Today's topic is cleaning the cobwebs from your soul. This is our final topic, 6 out of the 6 that we're covering in the free mini course, Spring Cleaning for Your Body, Mind, and Soul. So, soul, how are you going to clean up your soul? Well, I gotta tell you, there's probably a lot of ways to go about it. But I came up with one specific way that's so on target. I think you're really gonna like it. And I am gonna let former me take it from here. So as we dive into this, I just wanna say I am fully aware that there are tons of ways to clean out your soul. And I am not claiming to know the number one awesome way to clean the cobwebs out of your being. But I do have not only a really awesome way to look at this and get this done, but it's also super simple. You'll be able to get your mind around it. But we're going to start off with a concept that might or might not seem a little airy-fairy to you. So bear with me. I'm not really an airy-fairy person, but I do strongly believe this because it's based on science. So what am I talking about? Okay, let's get down to it. We are made of energy. So that's what I'm talking about. We are energetic beings, and we're all vibrating. That's what your cells are doing. If you took like a high-powered microscope and you looked at your hand, you would see that it's not just a hand. It's molecules moving around. You're never stagnant. You're always in some sort of movement, shifting, because that's what energy is, and that's what you are. So as we are beings of energy, we're all vibrating, and we vibrate at different frequencies. So some of us may be vibrating down here, and some people are vibrating up here. And when you walk into a room with, and somebody's in there, and before they even say anything to you, you feel like somebody popped your balloon, right? And they're vibrating down here, and their energy is affecting you. However, when you walk into a room and the person is just exuding their happiness, you feel immediately lifted up by being in their space. And you may not even know why, but you want to be around that person, right? So you want to be around this person, you don't want to be around that person. So we're going to spring clean our souls and bring us more towards this person being, this person and who we want to be, attracting people that we want to attract to us. Make sense? Okay, I hope so. Moving on. So I've come up with 4 simple ways to raise your vibration, to go from here to here. But first I want to talk about Dr. David Hawkins. So who is Dr. David Hawkins? Go ahead and Google him up right now. He created an emotional scale of consciousness. So what you're picturing down here, the lowest you can go is a 20. So it's easier to get it in your head when you have it numbered out. So thank you, Dr. Hawkins. So 20 is way down here. And then you can go all the way up to 1,000. Pretty cool, right? So 20 is wallowing kind of in shame, and 30 is guilt. So we move up from there. Shame, guilt, so on and so forth. And then all the way up to 1,000, between 700 and 1,000 is enlightenment. So not a lot of us are hanging out between 700 and 1,000. Maybe the Dalai Lama, good for him, right? So, but 500 is love. So it makes sense to bring ourselves up, aim for at least 500, and then, you can build on that as you like. And, but basically that's what we're working with that scale, and how to bring yourself up from that 20. Now, what would shame be? What would that lowest thing be? say you did something that you're not proud of. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be like you killed your neighbor's dog. You could feel shame from not sticking to a diet that you said you were going to stick to. It could be anything that makes you feel guilty or shameful. That just sucks the energy right out of you and plops you down there. That's not really a fun place to hang out. So, how do you bring yourself up? Well, the first thing, my first step out of the 4 steps that I mentioned, is to realize, to understand that you are not your emotions. It sounds like a simple concept, right? But most of us are identifying with our emotions. We get caught up in it. It's like, oh, I'm so terrible, or oh, I did this amazing thing. And, it doesn't matter what way the emotions are going. It's fine, actually, to feel either one. It's okay to be sad as long as you understand that you are not sadness. It's great to be happy as long as you realize that, it's not who you are. I know that sounds weird, right? So for the sake of time, I'm just going to redirect you to Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now, which really helped me understand this concept and sort of develop what he calls the watcher, where you can step back and sort of watch yourself instead of getting all caught up in the mess, and often it is a mess, and you can step back and be like, okay, I'm feeling pretty bad about that. Noted. Or, okay, this has been an awesome experience and I'm really enjoying this, and I'm happy. Noted. So like I said, either way, whichever way it's going, you don't need to identify with it. It's not who you are. So that was a really hard concept for me to get, so just bear with me, and if you want to dive deeper into that, it has made all the difference in my life. Otherwise, well, I'd be way more of a mess than I already am. So if you're feeling like a hot mess, grab that book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. So the second step is to give yourself a wallowing time limit. So what do I mean by that? When you're all stuck in the muck and you're feeling like crap and everything is horrible and you're way down there hanging out in that 20 and 30 and anger is down there too, like it's just a kind of a mess. Give yourself a time limit on it. Go ahead and feel bad. It's okay to feel bad. Well, I don't know why there's so much pressure to be positive all the time. Just acknowledge, like I said before, that you are not your emotions, and just feel it. Feel whatever you're feeling and let it go right on by on its way. So give yourself a time limit on it though. So sometimes I'll give myself 24 hours if it's like something real bad. All right, so I'm going to give myself 24 hours to feel bad about, not following through on something, getting my account into overdraft for a stupid reason, something like that, right? 24 hours and then moving on. It doesn't have to be 24 hours. You could have 5 days. If you want to feel terrible for 5 days, you could have 5 hours. You could have 5 minutes, whatever. Personalize it to your specific needs, but don't let it just drag on and on and on. Give it a time limit. Commit to that time limit. And usually when you do that, when you put it out there ahead of time, like, okay, I can feel like crap for the next 5 hours, and then set a timer. And then you've told that to your subconscious. Your subconscious is going to pay attention. And when that timer goes off, you'll be like, yep, I'm done. So step number 3. So you want to be consciously aware of where you are currently at on that scale of consciousness. So again, check out the PDF so you can get the whole scale. You can also just Google it up. Dr. David Hawkins emotional scale. And recognize where you are at on your scale. Are you down there hanging out in shame and guilt? Are you somewhere over here in anger? Have you moved up to pride? What about courage, joy, love? Where are you on the scale right now? So recognize that, and then recognize and understand where you want to go from there. So know where you're at and know where you want to go. Now, I will give you a suggestion. If you are in shame, I don't recommend aiming for enlightenment. That's a big gap, and you're likely to be disappointed. But if you're hanging out down here in shame, you can move up to guilt. And then once you move up to guilt, you can take a step up towards anger. Getting angry, it always feels better than feeling guilty, right? I'm angry at those stupid potato chips that ruined my diet, whatever. It's a move in the right direction. And then, so wherever you are, basically what I'm trying to say is that you just take it one step up. So take it in small increments. So just from one step to the next. But know what that is on the scale for you. And then step number 4 is know how you're going to get there. So it's easy to say, all right, I'm going to take it up to the next level, and then be like, what do I do now? So when it comes down to it, when you're on the spot, it's kind of hard to have the presence of mind to know what will make you happy, what will bring you up to that next level. So what I suggest is making a list right now of at least 10 things that you know that make you happy. So like 10. And you can make more, go ahead, but minimum 10. What 10 things make you happy? What about buying yourself fresh flowers? Does that make you happy? Certain music, a certain Pandora station, or a Spotify playlist. Does that make you happy? Hanging out with a certain friend. Call her up if it makes you happy. Make sure it's something healthy though. If drinking a bottle of wine makes you happy, you know that that's not really great for your body. So come up with something else, something healthy that makes you happy. So maybe a specific class at the gym, if that makes you happy. What about, essential oils, something like that. Taking a nap, if it's not excessive. Something healthy though. Hopefully this, my idea sparked off some ideas for you. I'll put a whole bunch more in that free PDF. So, and that link is right here again if you want to go check it out right now. Put a whole bunch more ideas that you can use towards your own happy list. So, don't know what's happening to my voice. The weather is nuts. Anyway, so make that happy list and then use something on that list to pull you up to the next level. So do all of this super focused, super aware of what you're doing. Like, I feel like crap. Where am I hanging out on the scale? Let me figure out how to take it up to this point right here, and let me pick something on my happy list that I know will pull me up to that next level. Right? Cool. So just one more quick point before we end here. Just know that life is a balancing act and it's meant to be a journey. So if you get to enlightenment, don't expect to hang out there forever. We're always going to be like on that scale. We're going to be all over the place all the time, and it's just a matter of balancing it out, using life's simple pleasures to lift us up to the next level. But things will always happen to bring you back down. Just know how to lift yourself up. Make it a practice, because you're never going to get there. There's no end spot. It's always going to be back and forth. It's always going to be a journey. So just know how to more gracefully and smoothly move through that journey for yourself and do what works for you. So that concludes our 6 weeks spring cleaning series. So we have gone through body, we have gone through spring cleaning your mind, and now we finished with spring cleaning your soul. I hope you feel wonderful and that you've really enjoyed this. You can let me know over in the tribe how it's going for you. So that's at MirandaMathewson.com/tribe. That's where to find me. I'm always hanging out there. It's my free community of awesome, amazing women. Yes, you are awesome and amazing. All of you inspire me, so I appreciate you. So tell me how it's going over there. So former me pretty much nailed that one, don't you think? I am just going to leave you with one more thought before we close this out. If you have watched all 6 of these videos and you've taken in some information, but maybe you can't remember everything, or you're having a hard time implementing, or even if you took notes, maybe you can't read your own handwriting. Who knows? That happens, right? It's a thing. So I have got you covered. I created an extension to this mini course, which goes into everything that I covered in all 6 videos, plus takes it to the next level with extra information, implementation tips, and other resources, anything you could want for just $7. So here's the link if you want to take it to the next level. And I will be checking back in with you in your inbox if you signed up for the full mini course. If you didn't, that link is below too. It's just MirandaMathewson.com/spring, and you can sign up again, take it again, or start fresh if you're just stumbling into this video first. So I'm going to leave you with that for today, and I will see you in your inbox in the next few days. Bye for now. Great job! You finished all 6 topics of the spring cleaning mini course. Now, if you want to implement these and put them into action, I have all the steps, everything from the videos, plus more in the extension of this course over at MirandaMathewson.com/extra spring. Woohoo!